I was gonna say breaking news, but that's kind of stupid. Do I come out and embarrassingly say that my laundry's still sitting there in the bag? My laundry's still sitting there in the bag. I'm looking like a BTS boy this morning. Look at my hair. You wanna know the name of my hairdresser? Me. Do not recommend her. My hair's not being cut no more. So you're gonna see the stages of, I think the mullet stage is coming next as it grows out. Yeah. I mean, it's very boyish. It looks ugly as heck. But the mullet stage is coming next as it grows out. I feel like this is the only thing I can do with it right now. I could slick it back, but I need a bunch of stuff. And I feel like it would look weird if I even put this part back. When I go out, I mean, so my hair, you could obviously tell it's got blonde in it. As soon as I step outside though, my hair's so light, all you see is my scalp. I'm guessing my hair's thinning. I did mention to Matt, like, should I get some Rogaine? But I read a bunch of reviews on Rogaine that if you stop Rogaine, your hair falls back out. And I don't want that to happen. I think there's something called Nixium or something I can get just to help my hair look fuller. But, I mean, it's hair. Matt did not marry me for my hair, okay? Actually, when he met me, I think my hair was super shorter than this. I mean, it was probably like this, but it was actually like all cleaned up and stuff at the back and whatnot. Or did I cut my hair again right after I met him? Because I used to have pixie cuts and that all the time, so from like grade 8 onward. I think Terry was the first one to chop all my hair off, and then Dad was mad. He's like, my daughter should not be having... I mean, he had some swear words in there. Short hair, looking like a boy. These are the... Oh, did I say that Whitney Houston song was I Look to You? That I will play just so I can make myself cry sometimes. It's a good song. She's dead. She's one of my favorite singers. Not like in the idolization, like, oh, Whitney, I love you. Can I lick your foot? Sign my baby. And then Randy Travis is another favorite, the Rankin Family. I mean, I like a lot of music. Yesterday I said I don't like rap, but I guess that's a lie because I do sing some gangster shit. Well, the kids and I are out and then they asked me to stop. I could probably sing some gangster stuff on here, but then I might get copyrighted. I'm not really sure what the rules in that are with music. I try to keep my music in the background turned down as low as possible. Hopefully you guys don't hear who's singing or word for words. Anyways, these are the nails. Not the ones that I bought glue for, because I did go get the glue yesterday. These. I mean, I just like this blue color, but I really like these ones down here. There's enough in here. I think I can do my nails 3 times. Grace, did I say Grace told me I look like a pigeon? Especially when I'm doing that. Man, those kids last night. I think we were all up till 2. I mean, I think David was up even later than that. He's on night shift tonight, so, I mean, his days are kind of backwards, so our breakfast would be his supper, he said. He's like, oh, I should go have a beer or 2. And I was like, it's like morning. He's like, well, technically for me, right now is my nighttime, so I could go have some beer. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to get on technicality, he's correct. Last night's video for the Ramble Jambles was kind of cut on it's like a cliffhanger, because David, I mean, he didn't hit me with surprising news, but he did. Did I cut the video once I realized what he was telling me? Yes, I cut the video after last night's Ramble Jambles when I realized what he was telling me. It's not bad or serious. It would be good, but he's a mama's boy. Do I want my boy to move out? No. But I'm not saying he is moving out. There's a possibility, though, because of I think a really good job. It's not the job he wants, but this would get his foot in the door. I think be really good for him. He would still be living in Calgary. I think Airdrie. And then it got me thinking, if you were living in, if the job is in Airdrie, like, we can get you to and from work so you don't have to move out. Look at me trying to find a way for him to not have to move out so he can stay home. I mean, it's his decision. I told him that don't feel bad for, like, or anything like that for telling me that you might be moving out and stuff. Because, I mean, we all gotta grow up and stuff, right? And it could be fun for him. But if I could find a way for him to stay home, I will. Did I say he's a mama's boy? David's pretty protective with me. It's kind of funny, but I'm not gonna tell him that, though. Don't tell him that. I don't think David's gonna watch these videos. I mean, he did watch one last night. He was high. And he watched the video. The last night's Ramble Jambles, the one that, I mean, you will hear him talking in that one. But he ended up leaving here to go do his thing and then go get himself some food. And he came back. And we were like, I was doing like the uploading of that one. And he watched it and he was, he laughed so hard. He was crying. I mean, people might watch last night's Ramble Jamble and you might not laugh, but we laughed so hard. He's like, "Are you okay? You got ADD? Like, are my friends able to watch this? Is this public?" It's like, it's no secret that the videos I'm doing, you're seeing me as me. So, I mean, yeah. I told Leah before, I am like an emotional roller coaster. Thing is, though, like, say if I was over at Matt's brothers and sisters, I could probably keep it together. Although, there's been a few times over there I would suck back crying while we're talking about something. Like, I know the last time we were over there, I think it was the last time, because we haven't been over there since, I don't think we've been to Brad and Kim's at all this year. Just because Matt's been back and forth with being in Calgary and not being in Calgary. Those guys have a busy schedule. Because people are like, why don't you guys hang out? It's like, I mean, opportunity comes, we generally do go hang out. Also, Matt and I aren't the type of people just to show up at your house and be like, hey, here for coffee. No. If we're not invited, we're not showing up. And I don't want to ask, hey, do you guys want to do this? I mean, I don't know. We don't want to invite ourselves somewhere. We don't want to try and be like, hey, you guys want to, I don't know. Just for people in general. But if we get invited somewhere, I mean, I think for the majority of the time we do go if we get invited somewhere. But we haven't been to their place this year at all. I think since Christmas, the last time we went over there. Maybe. I feel like the last time we were there, actually, though, was last summer. What happened this past Christmas? Last winter, I have no recollection of what happened. It's just, yeah, it's a blur. I feel like a lot of last year, I do remember David's graduation. I almost fainted while I was sitting at his graduation. I almost fainted, even though I was sitting down. I had a VM attack during the graduation, and then I think anxiety kicked in too. Matt was sitting beside me. He knew that I wasn't feeling well. Did he sit beside me the whole time, or did him and Kim switch seats? I don't know, but it took everything in me to keep myself sitting up in that chair, and I had to keep closing my eyes and stuff. Like, I was on the verge of blacking out. But that day wasn't about me, so I didn't say anything to anybody until I told Matt. He knew something was wrong, but when we got home, I told him. I didn't want to make it about me or anything. Yeah, I held back crying there too, because nobody else was crying. Why don't you guys cry? Come on now. Let those tears shed. Be a weepy willow. Maybe, am I a weepy willow? I made myself some water this morning. And a matcha, so I don't have coffee this morning. I've got my matcha in my favorite coffee thermos because it keeps things scorching hot. Anybody here like matcha? David also thinks it's weird when I say something and then I start singing. Yeah. Do I just talk about my kids? Oh, look what I dug out. The complete apocrypha. I can't pronounce words. Don't hate on me. Well, you guys see that? I zoomed it in myself. So yeah. Oh, maybe I did start reading this. Ooh, look what's in here. I don't keep everything my kids make me. Did David ever make me anything? I don't think so. Do you not love me? Where is your love, son? Just through coffee? I should stop making faces, but I have to. To Mom from Grace, happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. This is old, like years old. It's in pristine condition. Cause sometimes, like, I'll put things in books and forget about them. Like, look at this. Look at these cute little heart eyeballs and the little smiley face. What does this say? Love you, Mom. I wonder when she made me that. And then I've got a Mother's Day card from, I wonder what, I don't even know what year. 2020. Do people still send cards in the mail? The kid's grandfather, my father-in-law, he sends them birthday cards, which I need to get on both their asses because, I mean, they're not toddlers, right? So normally when he would send something, I'd be the one to, I'm pretty sure it's usually almost always me that would like send him a quick message to like say thank you and stuff, right? Hopefully what I'm saying here is true, because Matt would usually be at work. I need to get on both of them because they need to thank their grandfather because he sent both of them birthday cards, him and Sharon. I was gonna say, I think I started to read this. I did. I think I was using Judith is the first book in here. Nope, Tobit. I read Tobit. I have no idea. I don't remember what's in Tobit or Judith, but I am going to. I need to take this off this bookshelf and put it. Here's something. I like reading while I'm in bed. So, because I like reading in my bed, I don't read in bed because I don't have a light over there. The dining room light is not bright enough. To light up the living room. We have one lamp. I guess I could move that to by my bed. But I do want to read this because even though Enoch is in here, Covenant Christian Coalition, Literal Standard Version, the Book of Jasher is in here, but Jubilees. I feel like the two books in here that stand out to a lot of people is the Book of Enoch and Jubilees. I don't know what other books are in there. Although, I did say yesterday that I think if God intended for us to read that book, that those chapters would have actually made it into the literal Bible, so that he can make sure everybody read them, right? Because again, nothing's impossible with God. That saying, this I mean, the chapters were all put in here, and there's probably, I don't know, there are other versions of this. I don't know, no idea. But I mean, they're all in here, so people still have access if it piques your interest. I think maybe it'd probably be a good idea for most people to probably read these ones at least once, just to get an idea, see what's in here. Because yesterday I said that I feel like some of what's in here would probably make maybe a lot of things make more sense. But this is definitely, it's worded definitely, how they're talking in here is different than how people are talking in the Bible. And again, like, the Bible's got so much information in it, right? I did say in last night's Ramble Jambles that, wow, look at the yawns. Did you stay up all night? Doing what? I don't know. I somehow managed to bring God up. I felt like last night, though, I was like really, I was feeling it. I was in my feels talking about Jesus at one point, and I know I was laughing on and off. I don't know, because I guess I didn't think I was going to get emotional talking about Jesus. I did. I'm not embarrassed or anything. I love Jesus. I got it. Whitney Houston's playing in the background. I can't sing to save my life, but I will pretend I can. Yeah, so I gotta go over to Lilo today. David's dog sat him before. Okay, so he's blind in one eye. David and I were talking this morning, and I was like, you know, my concern of him dying while during like this week while I'm dog sitting, and even just in general when I go over there to clean, like, that's a legit concern. Because how do you, let's say he passes away, because I mean, he's old, right? Like, really old. Blind in one eye, deaf in an ear. He does have Alzheimer's. He does wear a diaper, so he doesn't pee everywhere. He does poop everywhere, though. But, like, I mean, what do you say? I feel like I'm, like, hyping myself up as if he's going to pass away on my watch. I mean, I did say David and I, people like, wow, you guys, the different scenarios that David and I came up with this morning of how would be the best way for me to go about, like, contacting them and stuff. I mean, I'm just hoping he passes away when they're home and I'm not there. And then David told me he's like, oh, did they Miriam tell you about cleaning his eye? And I was like, oh yeah, I know, like, I know how to clean his eye. And he's like, did she tell you he bites? And I was like, no, but I'll just put him in a headlock if he tries to bite me. And David's like, yeah, you might kill him doing that. And I was like, I wouldn't do it. I mean, if he's gonna bite me, if he tries to, yeah, I would put him in a headlock, but I wouldn't do it so that I'm choking him out. Just enough so that, because he's not, you know, able to bite me while I clean his eye. His eye, his eyes need to be cleaned. Yeah.